the evening aspect of creation, the turning of light into recollection. The gods of origin become the muses of remembrance. Mnemosyne gathers what the morning scattered. To remember is to retranslate existence into its own ruins. What the ancients called beginning, what we call recollection. Hope was the grammar of the future, despair is its declension. We conjugate to being conditional. We conjugate to be in the conditional. Would have been, might have been, could still be. The eclipse of the messianic is a collapse of tense. Will and shall survive a polite fiction of grammar. The human voice trembles in the subjunctive, if only. We arrive in the world when the feast is nearly over. The lateness of existence is not chronological but metaphysical. To be born now is to inherit exhaustion. The latecomer's knowledge is clairvoyance. He sees because all else is fading. Even truth arrives belatedly, trailing apology. We now curate the ruins of anticipation. Utopia is an archive, progress a gallery of failed sketches. The future has become a collectible, fragile, yellowing, no longer in circulation. Hope and balm still whispers through the vitrines of ideology. Our century's new museums are mausoleums of futurity. Beauty in decline acquires the charm of fracture. Late art is a form of remembering how to begin. The unfinished work is the most honest. It mirrors the incomplete soul of time. Our masterpieces are elegies disguised as innovations. The artist paints not what dawn reveals, but what dusk forgives. Theology has entered its negative form, the liturgy of absence. Every creed now prays to what will not answer. The eclipse of the messianic is not death, but withdrawal, a divine modesty. The gods speak not only in etymologies, the sacred has migrated from revelation to syntax. Creation continues at dusk. The universe improvises. The stars are punctuations of night's unfinished sentences. Music endures where theology has fallen silent. Art is the twilight organ of metaphysics. It sustains the tone after meaning has faded. To create now is to translate absence into resonance. Reflection begins when illumination wanes. The philosopher thinks most clearly when the page darkens. The mirror remembers more than the face it reflects. In the evening grammar, thought sees its own shadow as interlocutor. Consciousness is a twilight organ, half recall, half prophecy. The end of grammar is not silence, but music. Language exhausted of declaration becomes invocation. The sentence, like the cosmos, longs to rest in the stillness of its origin. Evening is the final mood of creation, where thought and mourning rhyme. Beyond the last word waits only listening. The destiny of the West depends upon the translation of the word of being. To read well is to risk one's life in the company of words. Every debate on culture is a debate on the nature of the text. To define culture is to define reading. To define reading is to presuppose culture. The circle between text and reader is not vicious, but vital. The hermeneutic loop that keeps civilization alive. The text is our mirror in our labyrinth. Its meaning is our own reflection in time. Culture endures only where reading still resembles reverence. Reading is a social act disguised as solitude. The book is both material and metaphysical, paper and revelation bound together. The habits of attention are historical. Each age invents its own blindness. Every reader is a neurological event shaped by economy, politics, and sleep. We have histories of ink, of type, of libraries, but not yet a history of the gaze that reads. Forests die daily for the sake of amnesia. 95% of reading feeds oblivion. Only the remainder is remembered. The half-life of a text is measured in the attention span of a market. Trash and masterpiece are dialectical twins, each haunting the other's mirror. Every civilization is what chooses not to reread. Print is not yet text. A text begins where the reader imagines writing back. To read truly is to rival the author in the act of creation. The text is not a product, it is a contract of attention, of responsibility, of love. Every genuine reading is an answering text. The Marxist world was founded on the book. The West was founded on forgetting it. Ideology is exegetical. Every revolution begins as a commentary. The reader was once a political category. In Russia, literature is the opposition. In the West, it is an elective hobby. The poem survives where power is afraid of it. Civilization was once a dialogue between the Greek and the Hebrew, between Athens and Jerusalem. To know by heart was once the foundation of moral identity. Now the text is footnoted instead of remembered. Literacy without interiority is bureaucracy. The dead languages have not died, we have. The book has been replaced by the screen, silenced by the background noise. Reading requires solitude, and solitude has become antisocial. Eloquence is suspect, formality is the new falsehood. The honest man now sings, improvises, or scrolls. The textual age has given way to the musical. There are two responses to the death of the text: millenarian joy or stoic mourning. The radicals dream of Eden restored, of art as event, not artifact. The conservatives grieve for lost grammar, for the sacred posture of reading. Both misread the wound. The text is neither corpse nor God, but echo. The end of literacy is the beginning of superstition. The text flourishes only under authority. Every act of reading presupposes hierarchy, of sense, of form, of excellence. The canon is the shadow of dogma. The book inherits the aura of the altar and law. True reading, therefore, is never democratic. The Open University closes the book. To teach reading is a political act. The teacher's vocation stands between arrogance and humility, proud as priesthood, fragile as faith. The classroom of the text is a besieged sanctuary. A society that abandons difficult reading abandons freedom itself. The house of reading must be rebuilt. Few will enter, but all will depend upon it. Reading well is nourishment. The text is not complete until it is read. Our eyes are in final punctuation. To read is to collaborate in creation, to lend the author our breath. We are responsible for the destiny of every book we understand. To read by heart is to keep civilization alive. to keep it alive by memory alone.